Welcome back to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We've been coming to you live from the Singapore FinTech Festival. And joining me for this segment, we have Scott Mullins. He's the head of Worldwide Financial Services Business Development at Amazon AWS. And we're going to discuss setting a new bar to deliver customer exciting experiences within the financial services space. Scott, it's great to have you with us at the Singapore FinTech Fest. And when you think of Amazon, there's so many different verticals there, but the Financial Services Business and Market Development Unit, tell us what that encompasses.
Well, thanks, Jill, and thanks for having us on Trade Talks. My business is meant to support financial services institutions as they make use of the cloud. And so, as you think about financial services, it can be sometimes challenging to make changes and make use of new technologies, and so my team is here to make that transition that much easier. Whether you're somebody in the capital market space, you need help in that space, or banking, or payments, or insurance, or in some of those disciplines that we have around security and compliance and risk and audit, I lead a team of individuals who are here to make that transition to new technologies that much easier for the industry.
All right, let's talk about some strategic initiatives that your team is working on for 2020 and beyond.
So our focus is really quite simple for this year, next year, and beyond, which is to make sure that everything that the industry needs to run and to operate is available in AWS. That means market data, that means historical data, that means exchange matching engines, and so we're very busy working with leading providers like Nasdaq and others to make sure that the things that the industry relies on are within AWS as we make that transition to new technologies.
All right, let's talk about some of the challenges, opportunities, and your outlook. I would imagine the largest challenge is taking those legacy technical assets and integrating it into the cloud and getting everyone on board to do so, in addition to doing the work with that. How does Amazon work together with your clients to make that transition seamless? And with that, what are some of the opportunities there?
Well, you're right. I think the big challenge is moving legacy to a new platform, but not necessarily the technology piece is the challenging piece. It's actually the people process that goes along with that. And so we all become very comfortable within the ways that we operate, within the ways that we actually go about our businesses. And so the challenge is sometimes unpacking the processes and the systems that we put in place to actually make sure that we're evolving those as well along the way. That's why we have those individuals on my team who are focused on risk and security and compliance, who have a background in capital markets and how exchange matching engines work, how the markets have to function, the rule systems that go around those, so that we can understand the evolutions that we have to make in those things, the people and the processes that go along with the technology to make that happen to us.
So how does Amazon AWS and Nasdaq work together?
Well, the most interesting thing about that is we've been working together for about 8 years now. I was actually a Nasdaq employee before I was an AWS employee, and we've had a long and successful relationship. And whether that's moving the data warehouses that back up all of the exchanges that Nasdaq operates to AWS, whether that's looking at things like the Nasdaq Financial Framework and making sure that as you build new technologies and new solutions for the industry, that those can operate on the cloud, we've had a very successful history of working together.
All right, it's funny how things come full circle, right?
It is.
All right, Scott, thank you so much for joining us at the Singapore FinTech Festival, and thank you for joining me throughout the day on Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.